I hope everybody's doing well. It's Tuesday, right? We're starting the week off. It's Monday's ugly sister. It's what they call Tuesday, by the way. I have to go to the hospital today and get my mom's meds, You know how that be. So hopefully maybe I can show you how packed or not packed the hospitals are. And I'm just going to try and read you, 2 or 3 poems. I just want to let you guys know that even though it's hard times, I understand that. But what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And the most important thing, in my opinion, I'm speaking nice statements a lot. I think that, in my opinion, what matters most in the hard times is how we're treating other people, and that's what will make us and make the hard times a little easier, softer, and will get us out even better and stronger. You know what I mean? So remember that, the golden rule, right? Treat other people how you want to be treated. So we have Walt Whitman here, and Walt Whitman's The Last Invocation. It's kind of short. At the last, tenderly, from the walls of the powerful fortressed house, from the clasp of the knitted locks, from the keep of the well-closed doors, let me be wafted, let me guide noiselessly forth, with the key of softness, unlock the locks, with a whisper. Set ope the doors, O soul, tenderly, be not impatient. Strong is your hold, O mortal flesh. Strong is your hold, O love. Then we have Edwin Muir, The Debtor. I am debtor to all. To all am I bounden. Fellow men and beasts, season and solstice, darkness and light, and life and death, on the backs of the dead. See, I am borne on last errands led. By spent harvest nourish forgotten prayers, to gods forgotten, bring blessings upon me. Rusted arrow and broken bow, look, they preserve me. Here in this place, the never won stronghold, that sank in the ground as the years into time, slowly with all this men steadfast and watching, keeps me safe now, the ancient waters. Cleanse me, revive me. Victor and vanquished, give me their passion, their peace, and the field. The meadows of Litha shed twilight around me. The dead in their silence keep me in their memory. Have me in hold. To all I am bounden. That's the debtor. Then we have this pretty good one, I think. It's Conrad Aiken. And this is Winter for a Moment Takes the Mind, right? And so since we're in winter, and since people are kind of going a little stir crazy, I think this is kind of relevant, right? Right. Winter for a moment takes the mind. The snow falls past the arc light, icicles guard a wall. The mind moans through a crack in the window. A keen sparkle of frost is on the sill, only for a moment, as spring too might engage it, with a single crocus in the loam, or a pair of birds, or summer with hot grass, or autumn with a yellow leaf. Winter is here, outside. Here is in me. Drapes the planet with snow, deepens the ice on the moon, darkens the darkness that was already darkness. The mind too has its snows, its slippery paths. The mind, walls bayoneted with ice, leaves ice encased. Here is the indrawn room to which you return. When the wind blows from Arcturus, here is the fire at which you warm your hands and glaze your eyes. The piano on which you touch the cold treble, 5 notes like breaking icicles, and then silence. The alarm clock ticks. The pulse keeps time with it. Night and the mind are full of sounds. I walk from the fireplace with its imaginary fire to the window with its imaginary view. Darkness and snow ticking the window. Silence at the knocking of change on a motor car. The trolling of a bronze bell dedicated to Christ. And then the uprush of angelic wings, the beating of wings demonic. From the abyss of the mind, the darkness filled with a feathery whistling winds, numberless as the flakes of angelic snow, the deep void swarming with wings and the sound of wings, the winnowing of chaos, the aliveness, the depth and depth and depth dedicated to death. Here are the bickerings of the insequential, the chatterings of the ridiculous. Come here, Ranger. Come on, over here. Come on. Over here. Come on. Sorry, Black Lives Matter. Come on. Here are the bickerings of the inconsequential, the chatterings of the ridiculous. The iterations of the meaningless. Memory, like a jugular, tosses its colored balls into the light and again receives them into darkness. Here is the absurd, grinning like an idiot, like the omnivorous quotidian, which will have its day. A handful of coins, tickets from items from the news, a soiled handkerchief, a letter to be answered, notice of a telephone call, the petal of a flower in a volume of Shakespeare. Come on, over here. The program of a concert, the photograph too, propped on the mantle, and beneath its dry rosebud, the laundry bill, matches an ashtray, Udamaro's pearl fishers, and the rug on which are still the crumbs of yesterday's feast. You got a vacuum? These are the void, the night, the angelic wings that make it sound. What is the flower? It is not a sigh of color, suspiration of purple, sibilation of saffron, not aureate exhalation from the tomb. Yet it is these because you think of these, an emanation of emanations, fragile as light or glistens, or gleam, or conversations, creature of brightness and of brightness brief. What is the frost? It is not the sparkle of death, the flash of time's wing, seeds of eternity. Yet it is these because you think of these. Stop. Come on. And you, because you think of these, are both frost and flower, the bright ambiguous syllable of which the meaning is both no and yes. Here is the tragic, the distorting mirror in which your gesture becomes grandiose. Tears form and fall from your magnificent eyes. The brow is noble and the mouth is God's. Here is the God who seeks his mother, like George Floyd. Chaos, confusion, seeking solution, and life seeking death. Here is the rose that woos the icicle that woos the rose. Here is the silence of silence, which dreams of becoming a sound, and the sound which will perfect itself in silence. And all of these things are only the uprush from the void, the wings of angelic and demonic, and the sound of the abyss, dedicated to death. And this is you. Pretty good, huh? One more. The Owl, Edward Thomas. Downhill I come hungry and not yet starved, cold yet had heat within me. That was proof against the north wind. Tired, yet so that rest had seemed the sweetest thing under a roof. Then at the end I had food, fire, and rest, knowing how hungry, cold, and tired was I. All of the night was quiet, barred out except an owl's cry, a most melancholy cry, shaken out long and clear upon the hill, no merry note nor cause of merriment, but one telling me plain what I escaped, and others could not. That night as I went, and salted was my food and my repose, salted and sober too by the bird's voice, speaking for all who lay under the stars, soldiers and poor, unable to rejoice. There's another one here. I'm going to read it later on. It's still a standalone. I think it's pretty good. It's the Ballad of Pressy O'Reilly. And I think I think a lot of people will like it. Honestly, I'm gonna try and do it standalone. It's like 3 pages, you know. So, you know what I mean. And I don't want to get it cut off, the video cut off forever, but it's pretty good. I think a lot of people will like it. You know, it's pretty relevant. There's like 2, 3 other long ones I really want to do, you know, that I think are pretty relevant and kind of interesting. But other than that, you know, I'm just trying to, I gotta try and get a camera and stuff, but my shit's kind of old, but I need help with OBS, and I just hope that you guys all enjoy yourself. Be happy, call your loved ones, let everybody know you love them and care about them, and remember to speak in affirmatives, you know what I mean, and mean what you say and say what you mean, and remember, alright, that just because things are going on and things are tumultuous, don't let it all upright, you know, get you in a furry, alright, because that's not how things we need to be. We need to get back to our basics, alright, the censoring stuff, all this kind of stuff, I know it sucks and it is what it is right now, but we will get past this, we will, alright, this is not how things will be, alright, it's how it is now, alright, but you know what I mean? At times have been tougher in America and in the world, and we've all gotten through this. Mankind is kind of a weird creature, okay? But we do what we do, and we will get past this. We will make everything better again, and we'll think back on this time, and we'll laugh and we'll cry. But you know, and most importantly, we'll think about all the stuff that we learned and that we grew from. All right? And I believe that, and I believe that as much as all this kind of stuff is. Right? As long as we stay doing what we gotta do, wake up early, work out, meditate, you know what I mean, stay with therapeutic stuff, stay positive, treat people with kindness, you know what I mean, trying to just have some kind of function of normality, I think that we can and will stay sane and able to get past all of this bigger, badder, and better. Okay? Okay. Alright, I love you guys.